Glove knife combos in CS2 have gotten significant upgrades in both the glove and the knife department, so today I'm going to cover the best combos you can get. The smokeout gloves are some of the cleanest cheap ones. For just $150 and field tested, they work incredibly well with Damascus steel knives especially, and those got a huge upgrade in CS2 as well. They're a lot brighter and still fairly cheap knives. You've got a ton of different options since the gloves are so cheap. But my top one is definitely the bayonet Damascus steel in minimal wear. Total, this is just under $500. And if you want to spend less, you could definitely settle for a stiletto or a gut knife, huntsman, navaja, anything that's obviously way cheaper, even a flip knife. But before we continue, let me show you how to actually get these knives for the cheapest price out there. CSGO Empire has a ton of skins listed at cheaper than buff price, and you might be thinking, isn't that a gambling site? Partially, but not entirely. They have an entire marketplace dedicated to peer-to-peer buying and selling with 0% fees, and if you sort by the best deals, you'll easily find stuff cheaper than buff. As you can see here, these gloves are 3.36% off. You can easily flip them for profit, and Empire also offers any deposit method you could think of, including many different cryptos and real money options. And you're able to withdraw with all of these options, including USDC, which you could turn to cash instantly. Of course, there's no wager requirement on any deposit either, so be sure to check them out with that link in the description and start getting skins for cheaper than buff today. Okay, next up we got the Desert Shemagh hand wraps. I don't know how to pronounce that, but they're only $53 in field tested. Without a doubt the best cheap, clean pair of gloves. But I wouldn't really say there's one knife that fits these best. They're pretty good with everything, but I guess case hardened knives with a lot of gold can look pretty good paired with them. The Huntsman lure is also a surprisingly cheap lure knife at $223 in field tested that suits them pretty well too. But if you're trying to be a baller, the next two options are for you. Overprints are some of the nicest gloves in CS2. That and polygons work really well with what I'm about to show you too, and they're a much cheaper option. But if you grab any Phase 1 Doppler knife, you will be golden. Personally, one knife I've gassed up a lot and actually bought recently is this Phase 1 Doppler gut knife. It's tied at the cheapest with a navaja, and this thing, no joke, is probably my favorite knife. It looks so good, especially with this combo. I actually own these polygon gloves as well, and this is without a doubt, in my eyes, the best combo under $500. It's super clean. But it's not over yet. If you want the flip side, Gamma Doppler knives, you can easily pair those with either Hydra Gloves Emerald, extremely cheap gloves that in my opinion get honestly way too much hate and are actually really nice, or if you don't like those, Turtle Gloves are a really good option as well. Either way, you're going to be way under the $500 limit. Turtle Gloves are surprisingly cheap, and the cheapest Gamma Dopplers also start at $218 with the Shadow Daggers, or if you don't like those, the gut knife is also $256. Or if you want to use the Hydra gloves and get a better knife for under the $500 budget, you could get the Bowie as well. And since the Hydra gloves are so cheap, you'll have a nice play skin knife with them. And finally, if you like green skins that aren't Gamma Dopplers, the hand wraps Arboreal are actually really nice. Obviously, they work incredibly well with all your Boreal Forest and Forest DD Path skins, especially the Boreal Forest. And those are all incredibly cheap. You could literally get a skeleton knife, a nomad knife, and M9 bayonet all under your $500 budget with these gloves. And of course, all the Boreal Forest skins have tanked like 10% in the past month, and the gloves tanked like 20%, so it's not a bad time to buy either, I'd say. Unless they keep going down, then it would be, but it seems like the worst of it is over. But yeah, once again, be sure to check out CSGO Empire to start getting skins for cheaper than buff today. For example, this crown foil that is listed here right now, you calculate it by getting 0.614 because that's what the coins convert to. It's $671, and then you go on buff, see it's $688. You could literally sell that there and either flip it for instant profit or just use it to get that $500 budget plus a little more. You have a lot of options. I mean, if you could get skins for cheaper than buff, you are in the clear for pretty much whatever you want, whether you want to flip them or start building your inventory up with them. It's literally free money. Link in the description to check them out. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed as well. But for now, peace.